So to add a little context, if you clicked on this video, is that around last year a 14-kilometer bridge was discussed to be built from Kangaroo Island to the mainland. And because of where I live, the controversy was a big discussion among the royal community. To understand how the bridge's concept was and how the controversy started, we need to look into the politics of how it started. The bridge's concept was pulled into question mainly when SA's best upper house member Frank Pangolo released the plan in July 22nd, 2018. This caused a huge discussion among the community and had many criticisms from other parties running for the mayor representative of Kangaroo Island and mayor of Kangaroo Island Peter Clements. The local newspaper The Islander released an article July 23rd, 2018. This article was posted on Kangaroo Island's Facebook pages, which sparked a discussion. Frank Pangolo admitted that he released the plan to the public to create a discussion amongst the community. After the plan was released, there was almost immediately a debate sparked amongst the community. If you look at the local Facebook page, Kangaroo Island Questions, Notions and Discussions, you'll see that debate is a mixed bag, which is shown in a poll made by Eric about the bridge. But if you look into the comments of the post, you will see multiple people disliking the plan. Like, to pay back over 15 years, even if the number of visitors per year tripled, the toll would have to be almost $1,000 per person. Not per car, per person. Or, can you imagine the toll, let alone no private beaches, no quiet life, people wall to wall, and the possibility of no wildlife after a short while because they would be killed on the roads. According to the Islander, the Kangaroo Island Bridge would cost around $5 billion to build it. Currently, we have 30,000 visitors per year, and the toll would be $100. So, we can calculate how long it would take to earn $5 billion back. If we multiply 30,000 by 100, we get $3 million, which is how much we will earn by a year. So if you divide 5 billion by 3 million, we'll get how many years it will take to earn back the money. So after all this calculating, I figured out that it will take 1,666 years to earn the money back with our current visitors per year. Whether the bridge is a good idea or not, the fact is that Kangaroo Island has had transport to the island mainly from ferries or planes, and it still is. Before Sea Link's ferries, there was firstly the SS Karata from 1907 to 1961, which was then replaced by a state-run ferry called the MV Trowbridge, which operated until the 1st of June 1987. It was then sold to Malta and went through different buyers and renaming from different owners. The Trowbridge was replaced by the Island Seaway, which was eventually sold to Malta again. Then came along Sealink with their ferries and be running the main local transportation to the island and is still going to this day. You can see that most of the island's transportation was from ferries and by plane for almost all of the history on this island. But because of this decluded transportation, it means that the island's habitat is almost mostly untouched. I believe that another problem with the bridge is the environmental impact of it. Biosecurity is an important thing in Kangaroo Island just because its habitat was well preserved and we want to keep it that way. Kangaroo Island is known as a place with a well-preserved habitat, currently having 28 national parks, which covers around 25% of the island. It is clear that Kangaroo Island's government and people believe in keeping the habitat safe. Even dogs and cats are treated with caution, as the council had made a management plan in 2005 that feral cats or dogs would have to be dealt with and removed. From what I've gathered about the bridge to Kangaroo Island is that there would be no security or biosecurity of any kind, just a $100 toll, which is the main problem with it other than the economics. Having no security on the bridge would highly increase the risk factor of someone bringing over a product or animal that is banned from the islands, even without knowing or malicious intent. Honestly, the bridge could bring the island a lot of opportunities, but it is definitely not worth it. The cost of it is way too high, and since it will have no biosecurity of any kind, it is too risky as well. The idea of the bridge does not give enough payoff and is too high risk. I did some more mathematics and calculating, and I figured out that to earn the money back in a year and a half, we will need 30 million people to visit per year, which is 5,400,000 more than the Australian population. Even if we had somehow gotten more than the Australian population to visit in 1 year and a half and cross the bridge to pay the toll, we'd have to put up with around 82,191 visitors per day, which we definitely do not have enough room for. It would be safe to assume having 82,191 visitors per day, if possible, would highly increase the risk of damage to the habitat of Kangaroo Island, reversing years of protection and preservation. In conclusion, building a bridge to the mainland is not worth the trouble that comes with it. The bridge is way too expensive and a huge risk for the environment of Kangaroo Island. It could help if the bridge came with security or even businesses placed on the bridge somehow to help pay for it, but even then it is not worth it.